Hey, Jared from Volusion. I want to talk to you today about your homepage slideshow. This is a great spot to highlight products, to get your branding out there, to let your customers know as soon as they show up on your page, hey, here's what we sell and here's how to get to it. So I'm on the back end of my store. All right, we're going to go to Design and then Homepage Slideshow. Now, you might find that when you get to this page, your slideshow is already active. A lot of themes have them activated by default. If yours doesn't, it's really easy to turn it on. You got your slide button here for on off. Just click it to on and hit the blue save button up at the top right. So now that we have it on, let's take a look at our store. So here's our store, and you'll see we have our text, we have a map here, we have more text and images below that. But now that we have it turned on, let's refresh our store and take a look. And right there, very prominent on the front page of your store, here is your slideshow. And depending on how you have it set up, the slides can move automatically. You've got arrows to control them. You can make your buttons linkable directly to products if you want to. But this is what it's going to look like. And you're still going to have this real estate below it to put your information, you want your map, things like that. Pretty easy to do. So on the back end, we've got some controls for this as well. Right below the on-off button, you'll find your slides, and these are the default slides that come with the store. We'll talk a little bit later about how to use your own slides. But below this, there is a setting for the slide layout, and this is how you want people to be able to scroll through your slides. You can have bullets, and they're down below the slide, and you would just click on a bullet to go ahead and get it to move. You've got numbered bullets, the same thing, but they have numbers in them. We've got the arrows that we looked at before, left and right. And we've got images only. Down below, we've got a kind of an auto setting, and that's really great with images only. They'll just scroll through. I prefer arrows, but really it's up to you. Whatever you feel is going to look best with your store. Below layout, you're going to find transition. And this is how our slides show up on the page. So we've got slide. We've got fade, which will fade in. We've got fade and slide, which will do both. We've got slide up, which comes up from the bottom. And we've got zoom in, which flies into the page. So again, personal preference on how you run your store, whatever you think is going to look best. So we'll set it to slide, and right below we have autoplay. This transitions to the next slide, and it allows you to set how long you want that to take. You got to think about this, though. Customers typically don't spend a lot of time on your homepage. They're trying to get to your product, so probably somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds per slide is all you're going to want to do. And also, you've got to be careful what you put on your slide. You really want a good image, a call to action, and then a button to link it. So, wake, run, repeat. We've got our button. We've got a great image here. That's a good slide. You don't want to put too much information, especially if it has to be read, because it's going to transition through. Now, if you don't want them to transition, you can turn this off just by unchecking the box and hitting the save button over here. But normally we do recommend this because it's going to let them see your slides. Typically about 3 slides are all a customer is going to look at before they go to the next page. So you probably don't want to spend a lot more time and energy making, a 6-slide or 12-slide slideshow, because beyond the first 3, they may not even get seen. So we've got our slideshow on. We can do some stuff here that's really cool. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to clear those sample slides out. Now, once you clear them, you've got Restore Sample Slides. If you click that, it'll bring them right back. So let's say you try some slides on your own, you're not very happy with it. You can put it back to the default slides just to see how it's going to look. So once you clear sample slides, you also have the ability to upload from your computer. Now, this is where you can go in and you can have someone professionally make these for you. You can use a program like Google Drawing. There's a lot of ways to get good quality slides. But once you have them, if you click Upload, you can go in and bring that slide up. So let's say I choose that one and open it up, and there it is. There's my slide. It's a picture of my bowl. It's got my logo in it. And you'll notice as I mouse over it, there are some additional things that I can do. For the first one, let's go ahead and upload another picture. We've got a fork here. I can go ahead and move the order on these by using that compass right there. Right? So I can switch and have my fork first, or I can have my bowl first. And then I have the settings wheel. If I click on that, I've got a couple of really great options. First is going to be alt text. When a search engine bot comes to your site to take a look at it, to kind of get information from what you have there, and that's what gets you higher rank on things like Google. Alt text is important because the bots can't see the picture. They can't decipher what this is. You know, they're not going to be able to tell that it's a bowl. What I can do is I can type in a description of the image, soup bowl, something short, something clear, and when they come to the site, they know that it's an image and they know what it's about. And then secondly is link to. So I can go ahead and put a URL in here. For instance, I could go in and pull the URL for my soup bowl product. I could plug that in right here, and then you could click on the slide and go directly to that product. Once you fill this out, we've got our apply button to go ahead and add it, or if you're not ready to add it, you can cancel back out. So for SEO purposes, that alt text is really important, and the link is pretty important too. You can certainly build a slide that has a button that says click here to shop, and then even though the button itself is not clickable, the entire slide is. So when somebody comes in and clicks on that button, it's going to take them to the page where they can shop. This is great, especially if you have sales, seasonal promotions, things like that. You can build a slide just for that and direct them to that particular page on your website. Pretty simple to use. Always make sure that after you make a change, you're hitting that save button up here at the top right. And if you ever save something and realize, hey, that wasn't a great idea, I want to change that, you've got an undo changes button here as well. You click that, it'll revert to the previous version. The other things I want to go ahead and show you on this page, we've got a Learn More button that links to a Help Center article about the Homepage Slideshow. If you have additional questions about it and want to see what else you can do, you can go ahead and read that article. And then we have a link here for Add Edit Content below Homepage Slideshow. And if I click on that, that's going to take me to the article where all that stuff is listed. You'll recognize our text here. We've got our map. We've got our company information. This is all the stuff that's now below the slideshow. So if you're editing your slideshow and decide, hey, I really want to change that right below it too, pretty easy to go ahead and get back there from the link for the Homepage Slideshow content below. That's it for Homepage Slideshow. A great tool. I hope you'll use it. If you have any questions about it, you can always contact us. We are more than happy to help you. And great selling.